Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, once again. Is it my microphone? You guys hear me? 1 2 1 2 1 2. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. We are back for the 2024. It's the first live episode recording podcast, Geek Culture Congress podcast. We're back once again with my good friends, actor and comedian extraordinaire, writer, playwright, Mr. Tarek Lewis. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, man. I want to be king. We'll see how that works. I'll let you guys know.
you put your hat in. Hell yeah.
Might as well.
Go for it. Go for it. Might as well. Mr. Joey, franchise, DJ, influencer, radio host, morning show sidekick. Good evening, sir. How are you doing today?
And fortune cookie eater.
Fortune cookie eater. Dinner. Yes, dinner's important.
Recent discoveries will lead you in a new direction.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Very cool.
Sorry, we're just moving around furniture. My kid makes a mess.
It's all good, man.
Yeah.
It's all good. There's nothing professional about this show, ladies and gentlemen. We just hit record and go live, and however it comes out is how it comes out. That's it. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Geek Culture Congress. If it's your first time listening to us here or watching us live, shouts out to everyone on in the Speedy's Multiverse YouTube channel, the official YouTube channel for the show. And if you are like everything nerd, geek, Marvel, DC, Star Wars, anime, books, you name it, we try and talk about it right here on the show. Everything that we like, shows that are streaming, and all kinds of cool stuff that we try and get in on a show and get it off our chest what we think about things, about nerddom in general, the geekdom in general. Usually I have like an idea of like what we're going to talk about, but we have been gone. We've been on hiatus for most of the new year. I'm gonna leave it. I know each one of you gentlemen have something important that you guys want to touch on first, so I'm gonna let you guys take us where y'all want to go as far as the topics and anything. Nothing is out of bounds, of course. If you want to be part of the discussion and you're watching this, by all means, chime in. Shout out to Eric Nevis watching Eternals right now, watching us too. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Yeah, he's multitasking.
Yeah.
Oh man, so
I forgot that movie.
like I saw. Yeah, it's gonna be a long throwback when they finally start talking about things that happened in that movie, huh?
They ever do.
They're gonna have to make people when Captain America 4 comes out. People are gonna have to rewatch.
Mr. Tarek Lewis, take us where you want to go right now, sir. You can take us wherever you want to go. First topic of the evening today.
I want to talk about Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom.
Okay, there you go. I have yet to see the movie, ladies and gentlemen.
I haven't seen the film either.
You haven't seen it?
Yes.
I haven't seen
Virtual
it.
high five. Virtual high five, Tarek. Bam.
I just bought it today. It's on sale. You can rent it and buy it.
Did you like it? You enjoyed it then?
It was entertaining. There's nothing really much to it. You can tell it was just one of those things where it's like, this thing's over. Let's just make whatever note we can make off this.
It feels like the least talked about comic book movie I've ever seen. It's not like a whole lot of negative said.
Yeah.
And it's like there's not like a whole lot of positive. It's just like it existed, and there's a lot of commercials for it, but no one's like trashed it that I've seen. But it's just like a thing that like no one cares.
Yeah. Well, apparently, I saw. The internet lies to you. Like people just make up like memes and things just to like get you to click on their stuff. But I saw something recently, and I don't know if it was an official news source, but it said that this Aquaman movie was the best performing movie of the year for Warner Brothers. Yeah.
Surprisingly, I think it's just more so the box office draw of Jason Momoa. I think that just kind of shows his strength in numbers when it comes to him being on a film it's kind of like the Rock effect. Like everything the Rock was touching at one point,
right,
was just box office hit.
Yeah, I have yet to see it though. I mean, I've had the a bunch of things spoiled about it. So if anybody wants, if Joy, you've seen it, right? I'm assuming
Yeah, that's right.
so you're the only one who's seen it on the show, and you know we don't shy away from spoilers here on the show, ladies and gentlemen. We'll put some background music here. So by all means, you know, give us the 411 on the movie because I'll watch it eventually, but you know I don't mind if you spoil it for me. There you go. And the customary spoiler warning, of course.
It's how do I say? I remember we were talking about the movie and how we weren't too sold on the story of because I guess they're going to focus on global warming and the ice caps, and that does actually play a factor in this movie, but not as like big as the original script was. It was supposed to be like a global warming movie originally, but they did add some of the element into this one. Pretty much, it came down to the seventh kingdom, and or the Lost Kingdom, what the title is, and how King Atlan's brother was, exiled, and his kingdom was exiled, and they all turned into like, these skeleton, like zombified kind of sea people, and pretty much there's another trident which actually brings him back to life, that can bring King Atlan's brother back to life. Obviously he's going to wreak havoc. So Black Manta resurfaces, and Black Manta at some point finds this trident, and he becomes like a spawn of him, and he's OP. They OP'd Black Manta, not in a bad way, but enough for him to like have good fights with Aquaman. And because of Manta being so strong, and the fact that Manta had a relationship with Ocean Master, King Orm, Aquaman seeks his help to kind of to help take down Manta and stop him from the world from ending, pretty much.
Okay.
Which the DCEU ended up ending anyway. So crazy.
What's your grade you give it as far as like I don't know, A, B, C, D, F?
I gave it a 3,
a 5-star scale, whatever.
It's 6. It's enough to just sit down and watch, and it's entertaining. I think at times Jason Momoa is like wildly goofy.
Yeah.
And it just kind of like whatever. And sometimes it goes over, and sometimes it doesn't. I do like Ocean Master in this movie actually a lot more. And he kind of had this like anti-hero kind of vibe, and they really were going for a Thor Loki kind of relationship.
Okay.
So, and I thought they did pretty good. It was Diet Thor Loki relationship for this movie. It was cool. I like the, what was it? Amber Heard actually, even though she didn't have that many lines, I thought she played a like prominent role in the movie. Like she definitely had a moment that was very significant. And I think that's like really it. I mean, they introduced his son, who we've seen in the comics. Obviously not grown up; he's just a baby. But
right.
The thing is, I feel like it kind of existed in its own world. It didn't tie into anything. They didn't drag anybody in it. Obviously, I mean, there's no reason to at the end of the day. The post-credit scene, I mean, it's just a post-credit scene. Doesn't tie into anything, and it's so wild and like eerie to kind of think that this is the last movie of the DCEU. But I thought it was like a pretty decent effort for the fact that there was not too much promo on it. Or at least I felt there wasn't that much promo on it. And it's surprising that it actually did pretty well.
Yeah.
But, it was the holidays too. Like it came out right around Christmas, like 3 days before Christmas.
Right.
But yeah, I thought it was decent. It's a solid watch. It's not bad. I think all the Aquaman movies, I mean, there's only 2 of them, but I thought the Aquaman movies were probably one of the best put together DCEU movies.
So, would you recommend it, Joey, to somebody who I don't know, a fair weather fan? Would you at least say, go watch it? This is a decent movie. Decent, worthy of your time.
If it's a fair weather fan, I mean, yes and no.
Okay.
Because if you go into this movie not knowing what happened in the first movie, you're just gonna kind of be confused.
Yeah.
Because it really tails the last movie.
Okay.
But the first one was really good. So the first one was really good, and then this one's just kind of like it's decent. But in order to understand what's going on in this one, you definitely have to watch the first one.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Tarek, you're still on board with the topic. So, what you want to fly to next, as far as the direction of the show?
Another film I haven't seen, but I had this phrase floated to me about the Crisis on Infinite Earths animated film.
Oh yeah, now that's something I want to see. There you go. Okay.
I feel like I've seen. I don't know how you guys feel about this. They had more than trailers. You can find so many pieces of this film online, and Warner Bros. Like officially released. Like, here's an extended segment of 8 minutes. Here's another extended segment of 8 minutes. And it's an animated film. How long can it be?
Right.
Someone referred to as the end of the Tomorrowverse, which I've never heard before. Have you guys ever heard that phrase?
Interesting.
Yeah. So this is supposedly like the end of even a segment of DC animated films. And they're going to apparently reboot that, from what I understand.
Interesting. I definitely want to check it out. I want to check it out. Joey, have you checked it out?
No, but I definitely want to tap in with it. I've definitely seen some of the clips from it. So yeah, it's definitely something on my list to check out. Because I'm not like DC's been, killing it. HBO Max and DC kills it with the cartoon stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
Speedy, you're getting all choppy over there.
You're getting choppy again, sir.
I don't know what's going on. Probably the internet.
It's the Eternals playing in the background. Messing up your signal.
They're probably mad at us. We're not talking about nothing Marvel. Tarek, you're still up on deck, man. Can I keep on hitting what you want to touch?
Oh, definitely. We got to touch on Jonathan Majors.
Okay. Yeah.
We got to touch on that. Not in the courts, but what does it mean?
Right.
It doesn't seem like he has a path back to being Kang. The scuttlebutt on social media that discussions I've had with fellow geeks, I would say, is that they wanted to get rid of Kang anyway, and this was an easy reason because it didn't pop off as a big of a villain as a lot of people thought.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know about that, but I could see. I don't know how you guys feel. Could you see moving away from Kang at this point? Like, I can't say he had enough, but he had a nice little ending in Loki, and a nice little tie up in Loki. It's possible to not bring him back and still feel satisfied that we got enough. I don't know how you guys feel about it.
I hope they recast. I think it's just like a dinner plate left out, that nobody finished the food. You know what I mean? It's like a unfinished promise, the story arc, it's kind of like, leftover pizza that you had to throw away, or you're thinking about throwing away, you know what I'm saying? So I hope they recast, and I hope they even if it's not too centric on Kang, I hope they do something. They continue a little, maybe Kang light, or at least story wise, or the plot, or maybe some of the idea of what they had in mind, But I hope it continues in some sort of way, with a recast or stranger things have happened. Maybe
James Gunn came back.
Jonathan Major, maybe he'll win his appeal, or who knows,
What I thought was interesting is he went on Good Morning America to talk about the whole situation. And Good Morning America is owned by Disney. So why would Disney let somebody that they just fired get on daytime television to talk about the matter? Which is like, you know, I don't know what the, you know, behind the scenes of that entailed, because I just thought that was kind of interesting on, you know, Disney's part. But again, we don't know. We see the situation with James Gunn and the stuff on Twitter that got leaked a while back. And he was let go for months. Like, they let him go immediately. And then just like, you know, they heard the outcry and from fans. And, you know, obviously once that situation was taken care of and the legal got behind it, he was hired back. So maybe this could be another one of those situations. I feel like Disney has to do those type of things where they got to let somebody go and, you know, and gotta like, oh, we got to recast and we're going to look for somebody else and they're going to throw some names out there just to make it seem like, not to make it seem, but just obviously, you know, it's all about perception. And granted, you know, nobody condones any type of abuse on anybody, but at the same time, like, you know, and I'm sure like they have a lot more detail than what we know of. But yeah, I mean, it just comes down to pretty much this appeal situation. I think that might change a few things and maybe open the door back up for Jonathan Majors. But there's also been rumors that, you know, other guys are up for the role, and recently was Denzel's son, John David Washington, actually was just talking about. And the other guy from he's in Euphoria, and he was also he's also up for, I think he was nominated, right, Terry?
He's nominated for the Oscar for Coleman Domingo.
Domingo,
yeah.
He's really good.
Yeah, he's
and
really
I wouldn't be opposed to that, especially if they're trying to move off the Kang character and they want to go like a Beyonder route, which is another variant of Kang.
Right.
I think and he's like older, wiser. I think that would be a cool route just to kind of give that, you know, just kind of deading that story arc, or, you know, properly ending that story arc for Kang.
I think time will tell what they do with that. As far as you know, the direction that they go with Avengers 5 and everything that's coming up in the future. There's some promising things that we heard. You know, the Daredevil show and Spider-Man 4.
Deadpool 3.
Some leaks and rumors.
I'm hearing good things about Deadpool 3.
Yeah. Before we move on, a great idea. I'm going tagging on what Joey was saying about having Coleman Domingo maybe be Beyonder or someone like that as a variant of Kang. It's a great tie around, because remember, Red Skull was in Captain America: The First Avenger. We never see him again, and then boom, he's in Infinity War. So even if they go away from Kang for a while, and it comes around that boom, the Beyonder is the entire time a variant, or even I don't remember the villain from Guardians. If he's a variant of Kang, you know. There's a lot of things they could do because they did the variant thing and all these things. So that's
right. Yeah, they could play around with some things. Plus, in the MCU, kind of, you know, remixes and freaks, the original comic book story stuff to fit their, you know, the direction that they want to go. So you know, time will tell, ladies and gentlemen. But Deadpool 3, all that stuff, all those leaks and rumors are looking really juicy, really good. I'm really excited, at least for Deadpool 3. I think it's going to be a really excellent movie, and I guess it recently wrapped.
Synopsis came out for it already.
Oh wow! Look it up. Give it to us, Joy, before I let you.
I had it in my notes, but I didn't have my laptop on me, so yeah.
It's all good.
I'm just kind of like winging it right now off of off the top. But
like I said, nothing professional about this show, ladies and gentlemen.
The synopsis pretty. I mean, the synopsis is really short. Yeah. It wasn't that crazy, but it definitely showed. And they were cursing in the synopsis. So this is like the first time we've seen Disney, you know, really embrace the rated R vibes for Deadpool. So just to hear them drop an F-bomb was kind of funny in the synopsis. But yeah, it's pretty much Deadpool changing the multiverse. Pretty much, it dealt with that. So yeah, I think we've gotten leaked photos of all these different types of variants of Deadpool, where we see like a samurai version of him. He's got like the samurai bun. There's also Dogpool. We saw a sighting of that. So I mean, I think we're gonna get a bunch of different variants of not only Deadpool, but there's rumors about multiversal variants of Wolverine. So I think it's gonna be really, really good. The trailer is supposed to drop at Super Bowl, so that's gonna be exciting. So we're gonna get a trailer for it in 2 weeks.
There we go. A reason to watch the Super Bowl, ladies and gentlemen.
That's the reason why I'm watching the Super Bowl. I am not hyped whatsoever for Chiefs and 49ers. I am not excited about the Super Bowl. I'm only excited for Usher and the Deadpool 3 trailer.
Dang. Tarek.
It's gonna be it's the Taylor Swift Super Bowl, bro.
I read somewhere that she's on some kind of Tokyo tour or something, so she's not gonna even be able to be at Super Bowl.
I don't know. They're gonna find some way to like kind of cut her. They're gonna do a cut scene of her in Japan or Tokyo, watching the Super Bowl on the screen, reacting to Travis Kelce catching balls.
Yeah. They're gonna cut. Usher's gonna sing "My Boo" and cut Alicia Keys out and cut the Taylor Swift. Somewhere.
He's gonna do "My Boo" and then on the big screen is gonna be Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift holding hands.
Yeah. Wow. So I would say that's a big consensus. I think two of the most exciting things are the Usher performance and Deadpool 3. I think Deadpool 3 is going to be one of those trailers that
it's going to blow us out the water, bro. I think so.
Everyone's going to be talking about. We can't skip the show that Monday.
Yeah, we can't skip. I think we should react. I think we should get together and react when it does drop.
Okay, yeah.
Immediately after it drops. Yeah.
On that Sunday night? You want to do that?
Yeah, just hop on it real quick, dog. Give we'll give a couple
and go
minutes.
live, yeah?
All right. Just go live, bro. We all got phones.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, right.
Hey, we'll run it. Why not? Let's do it.
I think that'd be solid.
I'll even bring at least a decent laptop so we could run the restream. Okay. Maybe even run the.
I can't recall a MCU film having this much hype since maybe Far From Home. Is it Far From Home? No Way Home. Maybe No Way Home had a lot of hype, but it had all the leaks in it too. But I can't recall one since that having this much. Like even the sequel to Black Panther, even Wakanda Forever didn't. Like Deadpool, the Deadpool hype is big.
The Deadpool hype is real. I'll tell you that. It is really real. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right. I gave Tarek 3. So Joey, you're up, man. Give me some 3 topics. Starting with one, of course. Whatever one you want. And so much stuff has happened that we haven't talked about. So my mind is all scatter blasted.
Scatter blast. That's a good word.
Scatter blasted.
That's like you made that up.
I made it up.
That's a wild word. I got
Shout
a
out
few.
to
like I said, I have my notes on me, but it's on my phone and I remember my laptop. But I know that we got a Supergirl. And it's we got a Targaryen as a Supergirl.
Oh, okay.
What's her name? It's Alcock, something Alcock. What's her first name? Check if you don't mind looking that up.
You
I don't mind. It's going to be.
You got the lead on that.
Millie Alcock. Millie Alcock.
Yeah. She's she's in House of Dragons and she's gonna be our Supergirl.
Look who's in there. Shout out to Alto Games watching us on Twitch right now. Alto. My man.
Hey.
My man.
Yeah, Millie Alcock.
Yeah. If you're bored, brother, I'll invite you on. Let me know you want that link. You could come join us like the old days.
Oh yeah. But yeah, so we got Millie Alcock as Supergirl. So that's gonna be I think that was a solid choice. I think because what they want to do for Supergirl, she wants to be more of an aggressive, character in this movie that they're trying to make for her. So, and I think she's perfect just off to the fact that she, playing who she plays in House of Dragons and, really having that attitude and Supergirl being one of them ones that they're trying to make as like the more aggressor.
Yeah. Oh, I lost you, Joey. Where'd you go? Where'd you go?
Yeah.
DC sniped him.
Like you're not supposed to know this.
Oh man, yeah, I don't know. But till Joey figures
Yeah,
out what happened, what happened to him.
to tag on to what he was saying, I agree. The casting was a little strange to me at first. Because I'm used to seeing her as Rhaenyra Targaryen, and like, even though sinister, like very proper British, a royalty thing. So, but I have no reason to believe that she can't pull it off. So, I'm curious to see her. I do feel bad for Sasha Calle for not having the opportunity, but I'm not gonna impose that onto the person who's going to be the new Supergirl. Like, that's not her fault. Yeah. Let's give her a shot.
It's show business. Unfortunately, it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
Joey, go and finish that thought. Before you.
Oh yeah, my apologies. I had a important phone call, but no, I think they made the right choice. I think they make the right choice. It's gonna be a darker version of Supergirl, and I think again, with Millie Alcock, her portrayal in House of Dragons, I think it's gonna be spot on. I can already see it right now, like what James Gunn's vision is for the character. I thought she was a solid pick.
Okay, fair enough. Or what else you want to talk about, Joey?
We got some. Did y'all see Echo?
I did see Echo.
Yeah. How did y'all feel about it?
It was solid. It was one of their better. I like it more. I never get in trouble for this. I like it more than Moon Knight.
Wow. Okay.
I like that. I like Echo more than Moon Knight. I can say that. It was short and sweet. The manner in which they introduced her abilities, whatever, not even her abilities, but like her heritage and history, I thought was dope. A great homage to, the Native American tradition, from what I know of it. So yeah, I enjoyed it. Some people I talked to said it was too short. They wanted more. I think it was just enough.
They wanted more?
Really? I think it was just enough. And Vincent D'Onofrio as Kingpin, like, it's going to be hard. He's at a point now where they can't replace him as Kingpin. Like, he's got to be Kingpin.
I can't see anybody else.
No, yeah. Like, they even said, like, I've seen that he's going to be actually official Marvel stuff, like creators and writers are saying he's going to be the Thanos of the street level stuff going on. Yeah,
that's
so I think
big.
it's going to be really big in whatever Spider-Man movie and stuff like that's coming up next. Of course, Daredevil, the new Daredevil show and all that stuff. So it's gonna be very interesting times for the Kingpin character. And I liked the show. I thought it was cool, solid, okay. The only thing that I did not like is the final episode. I don't know why Marvel in the final episode decides to mail some things in. I do not know why. Oh, actually, there was two parts. There was kind of like there was the plot of the Kingpin coming to when he finally realizes that where she's at, and then of course we're going to spoiler area territory right now, ladies and gentlemen. There's the when he hunts her down, right, just to have a conversation with her,
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's like, I guess they're trying to establish like the psychosis of the Kingpin, you know what I mean? Because instead of just trying to get revenge on her, he was trying to like reestablish his relationship with her first. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of like eerie,
Yeah,
but
really
then
weird
again,
mind
thinking
games
about
there.
thinking about the Daredevil show, his psyche is kind of like that. It's kind, he thinks in a different way. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Well, if he's going to, it's a parallel to the Thanos. That Thanos cared for Gamora, to a certain, like I think they were trying to be clear that this is the comparable psyche.
Right.
He wanted things to be back the way they were, So he cared. Question is, will he have his Echo going to be his Gamora, and will they be a Nebula counterpart to this Echo? Who knows?
Not sure.
But
not sure about that. But
Yeah.
maybe
That's a great comparison as far as relationships between Kingpin and Echo, because Gamora and Thanos pretty much the same thing. He terrorized her or destroyed her entire planet, and adopted her as his daughter. Kind of similar situation with Kingpin, where he had her dad killed, and he just kind of took her under his wing. But I think they did a really good job of like setting up Kingpin in the MCU street level really well, and it's exciting to see, and seeing the post credit scene going in back in the spoiler territory with the post credit with him having the idea of running for mayor. You can kind of, it insinuated it just by him watching the news. So now we're going to get the mayor Kingpin, which it's being speculated that he's going to have it out for vigilantes. So it's going to play an important part going into Daredevil Born Again and for Spider-Man 4, where Spider-Man is supposed to be on a street level through most of the movie.
Right. Shout out to Leo. Shout out to Leo. Thanks for joining us, brother. Also, my buddy Lo who's watching. And the other part that I was like, okay, why? But I liked the way that they introduced the Native American source of kind of like her skills and her power, or her heritage was her power. But then when like the power was transferred to like her mother and her sister, like it seems like like they didn't kind of like sell those final super powered punches that they gave. You know what I mean? Like I was like, man, come on, man, they couldn't film that. Like, come on, let's do another take. Let's try and throw a decent punch here. They kind of went like that and punched the guy across the room.
This guy got beat up by every generation.
Yeah. But I don't know. Just me being a picky pecker. That's it. But other than that, it was a solid show.
Yeah, I thought it was good. And they're saying that the beginning episode was where the her native her ancestors, where her ancestors came from. Right. When they were underneath the ground, they just kind of rose from the ground. Mm-hmm. And how like like their reality kind of cracked, and they just kind of bled into the into the world. Coming from the ground. They're saying that was a part of like a Kang situation right there.
Okay.
Reality.
Interesting. I kind of like it. Kind of looked a little bit like about that Lost movie that we were talking about earlier. That the Eternals kind of had that Eternals look.
Yeah.
That's the kind of vibe that I got from it. From when I was watching, I was like, oh, is she gonna like, combine her with Eternals there? The kind of of course they didn't do it in so many words, but it definitely looked.
But I'm glad they gave her like a nice story arc in the way her powers work, because the way she worked in the comics was she echoed other people's moves. And now they kind of gave it a different twist by giving her like actual like powers through her ancestors, and I thought that was pretty solid storytelling actually. And I thought it was some of the I didn't have high hopes for the show either, because I'm not really too keen or familiar with the character as much. But man, they did a really good job of like piquing the interest, and I thought a lot of the characters were really good. There was a lot of funny moments. The comedic reliefs they hit, and obviously Kingpin. I think I can't see anybody else playing that role with Vincent D'Onofrio right now.
What did you all think of Daredevil's cameo in that show?
Oh man, I loved it.
That was a great fight scene.
Yeah, that was great.
Great fight scene. I'm glad they didn't do too much. I'm glad they didn't like really sell us on the idea that Daredevil was going to be in there the whole time, or in every episode.
That's the vibe that I thought was going to happen. I thought Daredevil was going to be like the side character in pretty much every episode.
And Daredevil's appearance is actually like that moment in time was during the blip. So this is all happening when everybody's like kind of snapped away, and obviously before his appearance in She-Hulk.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool.
I enjoyed that cameo, and I enjoyed the background with the Hawkeye stuff. Like I enjoyed seeing that again.
Yeah.
I even went back to before I kind of went back to that last episode of Hawkeye just to kind of like refresh you know, some little things.
Yeah.
But let's see what else. I think we're done with Echo. Joey, you got another topic you want to talk about?
Yeah, we got some Spider-Man stuff. So Spider-Man 4
Yeah, buddy.
it's already greenlit. Nobody knows what the main villain will be, but it will involve Kingpin being mayor, and Daredevil will be making an appearance in it. The other rumor I'm also hearing is that Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield will make an appearance again in this movie.
Wow.
Not in a big. I don't think it's in a big way. I think it's like a post-credit scene at the end, which will
Mhm.
set up for Secret Wars.
Okay, I think that's cool.
And
I saw like there's some.
it might involve him getting the symbiote earlier than expected.
Oh,
So he's set to get the
interesting.
symbiote probably by the end of this movie.
Okay.
Because that's how he got
I
it in
did
the
see.
comics. In Secret Wars, he got
Right,
it in.
right.
That's how he got the
Yeah, he
suit.
did.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I did see like there's some kind of like contention between Marvel and Sony. I guess they're not seeing eye to eye on Spider-Man 4 as far as like Sony
Again.
wants multiverse stuff happening or Spider-Verse stuff happening in his movie, and Marvel wants to do their grounded Kingpin street level storyline that they seem to be getting ready to get invested in.
Yeah, well, Sony
Did
needs
you
to
see?
stop doing these off-brand like Spider-Man movies and not involving
Oh
Spider-Man.
man. So let's
Yeah.
But here's
let's
the thing, like,
pivot
yo, you
to
have their mission. I'm sorry to cut, but like their
oh, it's
mission
okay.
is to make Tom Holland the main Spider-Man in all universes. So
Right.
that's like their main goal, because they want Tom Holland to be their main guy. So they don't want to involve Andrew Garfield or Tobey Maguire, which honestly I think they should use at least one of them to kind of keep, make it interesting. If you're gonna do a Spider-Verse thing, you're doing Madam Web next month, like like there's already and you already got the Spider-Verse, stuff going on with Miles Morales, and we're seeing that connection between everything. So it's like, why are you so keen on? I mean, I get Tom Holland's like the poster child right now for Spider-Man, but you
Yeah.
have also unfinished stories that have new life in them because of No Way Home, and that should be explored. And if you can't get Tom Holland in a Venom, like throw Andrew Garfield in there, like make him. He hasn't faced the Venom yet, so
Yeah.
and we're gonna get to Venom with Tom Holland like later on in the next trilogy of Spider-Man movies. So I don't understand where Sony's like play is on this. I don't understand why they keep doing, and we've had these conversations before. I don't understand why they keep doing all these, villain movies when there's no interest in those villains unless Spider-Man's there. I think
I
Venom's the
think I
only exception, and it's because you got a great
yeah.
actor in Tom Hardy.
I think what happens is I think when you get like a license like that, you have to use it. And what happens is if you don't use it,
Oh yeah.
separated from their partnership, of course, with the Tom Holland stuff. But if they don't use the IP, um, they have a chance of, I guess, depending on whatever the agreement is, of course, but I don't know if that's even public record or not, but maybe they lose it. You know what I'm saying? So it becomes a thing. It becomes a situation where Sony sits down and says, "Man, we got to make some Spider-Man product somehow, to keep our license or to keep our
They're
to keep the
in a
IP."
360 deal.
Yeah,
They're in a 360 record deal on it.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I
We
mean?
gotta.
I think
I'm okay. I would
Disney
be
needs to drop the bag, man. But go ahead, Terry. My bad.
No, you good. I was gonna say I would be okay if them doing these side films.
Right.
If, like you said, like even a glimpse, if they did what Echo did with Daredevil and Hawkeye with these side films, where like we know Spider-Man exists in that universe, it would be even better. But they're not even doing that,
Yeah.
and I don't understand why they
I
can't.
feel like we
And
talked about it here on the
It's
show.
crazy that their video.
they're not telling a story where why these guys are a Spider-Man villain. Like it's like they secretly
Right.
hate Spider-Man for whatever reason. And it's one thing if like Craven sees like an Andrew Garfield or Tobey Maguire like fighting or whatever the case is, and he's and then it creates his narrative of why he is out to get Spider-Man, or Kraven's last hunt, and that type of stuff. So they're not really telling a story as to why these villains are even villains to Spider-Man to begin with. You just know because of the comics and because of the name. But it's like for the fair weather, moviegoers for these films, like they don't. Some of them don't know what the hell Kraven's motive is. Like, you can't sell that. You can't sell that to, like, fair weather Spider-Man fans, who are just probably not too. If you weren't hip to Morbius, if you weren't watching, if you weren't reading up on Morbius and Spider-Man comics or watching the cartoon, you ain't gonna know what the hell his whole beef is with Spider-Man, and you don't get that.
Right.
You don't get that in the movie. Even with the post-credit scene, it was just like, all right, here's another guy who doesn't like Spider-Man. Where the hell's Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Well, we had 2 trailers already. I feel like we talked about it on the show in a previous episode, probably, but we had the Kraven the Hunter trailer, or teaser trailer. I don't know if the full trailer came out. I don't even know. I'm not too interested in that movie. Looks okay, but the Madam Web one, I don't know. I'm on the fence about the Madam Web one. I mean, I want to like it, but I don't know.
Well, at least it's got spider people.
Yeah.
Like at least in that one, it's got spider people.
Spider Woman, and yeah, it's cool. I think that's cool about it. I kind of like the Spider Woman characters. I like the Julia Carpenter character. I like the original Spider Woman character as well.
These are versions of Spider-Man that we haven't seen yet. Like,
that's
it. And that's the thing. That's what they've been missing on previous ones. And this was unique in a sense because, again, you got actual spider people,
right?
And Uncle Ben. Emma Roberts is gonna be Peter's mom. She's pregnant with Peter Parker. And
no, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
okay.
They don't know which universe it exists in yet, but
it's an interesting premise.
It would be a shame. It would be a shame to not use that to tie in all the Spider people's Spider-Man stuff.
Yeah.
Like Madam Web will be a huge disappointment if it doesn't somehow allude to some of these stuff.
Right.
You know what's weird about Sony is that their video games seem to get it. They seem to get story-wise like what people want, from Spider-Man. And for whatever reason, the movies, they're not get those script writers to get on in the creative rooms for these movies.
Maybe they have less restriction.
Tie those together. The video game is such a hit. Tie them together.
They probably have just less restriction on the video game, and they can play around with certain things better than the movie universes, The movie stuff, those scripts are probably better policed, and they're probably like, oh no, sorry, you can't use that, can't use this, can't say that, Who knows? I think that was 2 topics. I think, Joey, I think you got another one. What else you want to talk about?
Let me see what we got. What's at the top? What's at the top of my head right now? I think that's really it, man. I think that's all I got for sure.
We'll stay on the MCU side of things. Daredevil, Born Again. After the break, in the strike, or during the strike, should I say? They saw what they recorded so far, and Kevin Feige said, no. or he said, hold up, we need to spice this up and change up some things. So, allegedly, nobody's confirmed or denied anything, but they're bringing back the stunt coordinator from the original Netflix show. They're bringing back all the supporting actors from the Daredevil show. Karen Page, Foggy Nelson. Like they're remixing the original. They're cutting down. They're not doing the 18 episodes like they thought they were gonna do. They're gonna do a little bit, keep it a little tighter.
And they've made everything from the Netflix series canon to the MCU.
Yes, that's as well too. So
all the
that
Netflix
is all canon. Yeah. Even Iron Fist.
Which we're actually gonna get a different version of him, I think, in 10 Rings, the next Shang-Chi movie.
I'm down for that. I think Iron Fist is a great character. No matter which version they give us, I think it'll be cool.
Can't be that guy, man.
No, I can't.
I don't think he's a bad actor, but just for that role, it can't be him.
No, it's not. They're gonna go the different route. They're not going Danny Rand, going forward in the MCU. They're using a different. They're gonna do it. It's gonna be a timepiece kind of thing. So it's gonna be like further in time down that. Like I forgot who had the mantle of Iron
Orson
Fist.
Welles. I think Orson Welles was an older Iron Fist. I forget. I may be saying the character's name.
Orson Welles is a famous orator in Marvel.
Yes, he is. But it's something like that. It's a name similar to that name. But that Iron Fist character is the one where, if you watch the end of the season 2 of Iron Fist, at the end where Danny Rand is like traveling the world, whatever, and I guess he takes a gun out and puts the Iron Fist power through a bullet. That's the one. That's the original Iron Fist. The way the original Iron Fist used to fight. He would carry around pistols.
Orson Randall was the Iron Fist during World War II. Orson Randall.
Yeah. So he would carry two not revolvers, but maybe 9mm or whatever, I don't know. And he would put through the Iron Fist power through the bullets.
Wow.
So yeah. So
yeah, the street level Marvel, now that it's canon especially, has so much potential. Because I wasn't mad at the Defenders, but
I like the Defenders. Yeah, I like the Defenders.
Yeah, I wasn't mad at the Defenders, but like the way Luke Cage ended, Daredevil to me had a great ending.
Yeah.
I was pleased with it. I was satisfied. It kind of like a neat little bow. It had a great ending. I'm glad they're bringing it back, but the way it ended with like Luke Cage, I didn't see the end of Iron Fist, but Luke Cage becoming like a mastermind and a criminal, him going at it with Kingpin. Maybe there's a Sinister Six situation where Spider-Man meets Luke Cage and Iron Fist. I don't know. Right. There's so much they can do on the street level that I think is great. And I'm glad they're bringing that all into the fold finally. Because I think a lot of people were fans more of the street level stuff than some of the stuff in the middle of the MCU. Like we all loved Infinity War and Endgame, but like, Captain Marvel and some of them shits, Ant-Man. Like I like the Ant-Man, but like some of those things, it's like okay, Daredevil and Punisher are actually better shows, better like representation.
It seems like we're gonna get some Punisher in this Daredevil as well.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
We got Bullseye back too.
Yeah. All the toys are back. So I think it's gonna be. Echo gave me hope for Daredevil. There you go. Echo gave me hope for Daredevil. So, and I feel like MCU's on its way up. They're working on it. They're working on their product. They're doing some some soul searching.
Deadpool 3 will set the tone.
Yeah.
I thought Echo set the tone for the street level stuff that they want to do, or the route that they want to go with the street level stuff. I think multiversal wise and giving us the a preview on what we can expect for Secret Wars. I think Deadpool 3 is going to do that for us.
Right.
Yeah. Did you guys enjoy What If? I'm sorry, Steve.
Oh yeah. No, it's fine. What If season 2?
What did you think of What If?
I wasn't a fan of it.
It was okay. It was cool.
Oh.
Some episodes were better than others.
Yeah, there was a couple cool ones. I think the what was it? It was the one with Captain Carter and Black Widow. I like that one. The Nebula one was really cool. It gave me like Total Recall vibes.
Yeah, I like that one too.
That one was really good. But for the most part, it's just like I could have did without a lot of it.
Yeah, some of it was just they're kind of throwing.
And I thought that the new character the new character they introduced with the Native American background, I thought that was cool. And I thought that we got some of the vibes from some of the elements from that episode in Echo.
Yeah. A little bit.
Right. That's what I said too. I was like, I wonder if those two things are linked anyhow.
It left room.
And I make sure.
It left room to like explore that. Yeah.
I just want to make sure I'm not being racist by that. Just make sure I'm still on. You know, am I still good by combining his Echo and that other Native American thing? Like, what am I doing? And then maybe it's all Predator universe. Now I'm being racist at that point. I'm just like, anything Native American has got to be in that single storyline. So I thought it was okay. I thought like after watching it, I feel like it was kind of unnecessary. I still don't feel like we got a great Gamora background thing. Like some of the stuff on Sakaar with Tony Stark was kind of corny.
Yeah.
And putting them all, and like the way they tried to tie it in again at the end of the season, I wasn't a big fan of.
I don't understand why they're so obsessed with Captain Carter.
Yeah,
I mean, it's cool. It was cool.
Obsessed.
It was cool for the show, but they're really, really obsessed with that character, and she's dope. You know, the actress is dope, of course. But I don't know. You know, at a point I was just like, Captain Carter again. Oh, I guess she's gonna be the anchor.
Yeah, they're like really milking that.
They were really milking that. So.
Was the show that good? I mean, like the
Well, I mean,
you know what I mean?
You know, I guess. I mean, What If season 1 was well received, right? Yeah. So,
Yeah, she's cool. I mean, they gave
I'm talking about the Peggy Carter show.
They've been giving her a lot of burn, man.
The Agent Carter show, you mean?
Yeah, Agent Carter. Was that show
Agent
good?
Carter was,
so good.
Was entertaining. You know, I watched it. I liked it for for the Agents of Shield stuff. Yeah, it was only one season. Yeah, it was interesting.
You watched Agents of Shield though. You're probably one of the few people that watched Inhumans.
I did watch Inhumans.
Wow.
Too. Very painfully so.
Oh man,
very painfully.
You're dedicated.
So. I was dedicated. You know, I thought we were gonna get a bigger payoff from that when we did. They just let it end there, but it was all right. It actually is not that bad in Humans. It's just not good. You know what I mean? It's hard to say. Mid. It was mid before mid was a thing. You know?
Yeah, I was just about to say, I in no way, shape, or form do I believe you that show was.
It's not trash. It's just not great.
Okay. Yeah.
It's kind of like if I did an Inhuman show, you know, it wouldn't be good. You know what I mean? I don't know.
It's like no offense to the business, but it's like getting West Shore pizza.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, don't talk crazy about West Shore pizza, bro. You gotta relax.
That's how you speak about West Shore pizza.
Not tolerate any West Shore pizza slander.
So I get my topics. There you go. Before we end the show. Did anybody watch Rebel Moon?
I haven't watched it yet.
Zack Snyder's new science fiction story, should I say? Have you watched it, Tarek?
I did. I watched it.
What?
I did.
How do you feel about the movie?
It was okay.
Okay.
It was okay. It's very like Flash Gordon-ish.
Yeah, it's a little Flash Gordon.
You know what I mean?
A little bit of everything. A little bit of everything sci-fi. Yeah.
It's one of just like something. It's something to watch. It's not like go out and watch it. Like it was just okay. You know, it could have been a really bad space epic. It wasn't extremely interesting. It had some interesting performances, but it's okay. Like if you don't have the patience to watch Dune, then watch Rebel Moon. That's what I would say.
Okay.
If like Dune's too long, I'll watch Rebel Moon and be done with it. That's what I would say.
Okay. Are you feeling all the Zack Snyder stuff and the slow-mo and the
No, like
or you were just like
the Zack Snyder love is crazy.
I like Zack Snyder, but the movie's okay.
I like Zack Snyder too. I love watching it. Like the Zack Snyder love is crazy.
Yeah,
though.
you know this.
Like and some of the hate is crazy.
Yeah,
you know, it was a solid film.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a solid film. It's not like I'm not breaking down the door to tell people to watch it. I didn't post about it. I'll tell you that.
Oh, my review. I went to go see a special screening in the movie theater. And the review on the audio podcast is over 1,000 listens now. It's wild.
Yeah.
So
Snyder sweaty.
and I liked it. I liked it. Yeah, I liked it. I liked the movie. You know, was it perfect by any means? No, not necessarily. I liked that it was little different, you know, and some new IP, you know. I like the way that the weapons feel like boom, you know, like, you know, even the handheld guns, they you know, they're just going pew pew pew. They have a umph, you know, when they shoot them, you know.
I think that was
like
his cry. I think doing that movie was his cry to be like, hey, I want to do a Star Wars movie.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, I think that ship sailed.
I can see that.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't see him doing.
I can see Zack Snyder doing a Star Wars film.
Yeah, I mean, they're trying to go in a different story. They're trying to tell. Well, they're doing a Mandalorian movie. And they're gonna do a movie on Rey.
Right.
And I forgot who else, but yeah, maybe that's his way of trying to sneak in and get in the Star Wars world.
Sir, shout out DJ Q.
I mean, you know, Star Wars could use some blood like that, something a little darker, a little more gritty. Some of the stuff I liked about Ahsoka was that it was real. You know what I mean? Like, so real. Like, oh, they got real beasts out here.
Yeah. I agree with you guys. Let's see, what else do I want to talk about? So Rebel Moon, go check it out. Let me know what you think about it, Joey, when you're bored. All right. Let's see. I watched and I reviewed, and I have to give a review for the season finale. But I watched Monarch, Legacy of Monsters. Oh yeah,
I want to see that.
Yeah.
I've been meaning it's on my to-do list to watch.
I watched it and I was like, all right, this can't be that great. You know what I mean? But I sat down and I watched it, right? And I was like, man, it's not that bad. It's actually kind of interesting. You know what I mean?
Does it pick up after?
Yeah.
Is it all
it
tied
picks
in
up
with
after Godzilla versus Kong.
Okay.
Yeah. And it is cool, you know. I like that they added some lore to the MonsterVerse, and I'm not a big Godzilla fan. Yeah,
How did Warner let that get on Apple TV? Why would that?
Bro,
not
they're
be
selling
on Mac?
everything, bro. That's a fire sale over there, bro. They're licensing everything over there, bro. They're trying to get the bag of everything and anything IP that they can get the money on, so they can look pretty
off
for
a little bit. I'm like, why is this on
takeover.
Apple Plus and not on Max? Like, how did they
sold
let that
it?
go?
That's why they sold it. Because I think it's Legendary. Legendary is different. They do their own thing.
Got it.
Yeah. Cherry, did you check out the Monarch thing?
I thought it was whack, man. I don't know. You're the third person to tell me they thought it was dope. I thought it was whack. I thought it moved slow.
It did move slow.
Too much going on. I just want to see a giant butterfly fight.
I felt like it was
a giant.
It's not the show for you. If you want to see the monsters thrown out, no, it's not that show.
It gives me like more. I feel like there's more humans than monsters in it.
Oh yeah, no, it's about the human drama. Period. Like the monsters the monsters are in the background for everything. Even when they come out and they're trying to kill people, the monsters are secondary to the human drama and Monarch. Monarch is kind of like the shield of the MonsterVerse. You know what I mean? There you go.
Oh, okay.
So it's literally about how they started and you know, a bunch of other mysteries. Without really spoiling the show too much. If you're invested in the MonsterVerse for the Godzilla and the Kong stuff, and it's probably hi Sophie, how you doing? Come to the show, Sophie. We need ratings. Babies give us ratings.
Right there. Let me go there. Okay.
We need views. We need more subscribes. Sophie, come back.
She's trying to let you know what's going on in this other room.
Daddy back. And Daddy finish show, please. So if you're invested in the Kong stuff, you know, in the Godzilla stuff, or you know, that's not the minus Godzilla minus, which apparently is a great movie. I've heard. I haven't seen it yet. But
what's Godzilla minus is not in that world though, right?
No, there's like Godzilla minus. From what people have told me, he's kind of like he's like the act of nature that's destroying everything and it's all about the human drama in that movie, you know. Yeah, and Godzilla is just like, you know, the earthquake happening. You know what I mean? The natural disaster happening.
Does it set up the next Kong Godzilla movie that comes out this year?
For the show, yes. Not the Godzilla minus thing. Godzilla minus is separate, different.
All right, so I
But
gotta watch.
that season finale, it sets up directly what's gonna happen for Godzilla Kong team up thing.
Dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one good thing. Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad show. It's not a bad show. But like I said, I wanted to see a bunch of monsters, and it was a lot of drama stuff and
Nah,
behind the scenes. It was, machinations of governments and corporate
right.
and. Like I watched Resident Evil. Like at some point, I get the Umbrella Company, but I want to see the zombies.
Yeah, I'm
Give
trying
me more
to.
zombies.
I get Mila Jovovich is she's hot, but like, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Just can somebody please eat her? Pause. No, maybe not. Pause.
What else? Let's see. What else did I want to talk about? I think you guys hit a bunch of stuff that I wanted to talk about already. But I'm watching Masters of the Universe Revolution right now on Netflix.
Is that the cartoon?
That's the cartoon.
Yeah,
I saw the preview for it.
Yeah.
Today.
I know He-Man's not your thing, Joey.
Yeah, He-Man's not my
time.
But
me and Tarek remember He-Man.
I'll be honest with you, Joey. You're not missing anything.
Yeah, that OG He-Man's a little painful. It's a little painful to watch, especially as an adult.
It's not something you need to watch.
Yeah, them Funimation.
There's no street cred in being He-Man.
Don't get mad at me, MOTU fans. Don't at me, okay? All right, relax, okay? I get it. You like He-Man, but some of them Funimation episodes are really hard to watch as an adult now.
Yeah.
But this is really good. Like Netflix, I like the original, the first season, which is Revelation. Sorry. Revelation was cool. I liked some of the things they did with it. It was dope, ended well. But I really like this has gone out of the gate swinging. Like honestly, this is probably some of Kevin Smith's best work.
Really?
As far as writing, man. Like it was really for a He-Man cartoon. Like I was just like wow, and it's got like an Optimus Prime moment in it already from like the first episode.
Good things about it. I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah.
I'm going to check it out.
Check it out. And let me know what you think about it. Because I was just like, wow, this is really compelling. I got like 2 more episodes to go. So I'm midway through right now.
Okay.
Yeah. But, my opinion could change because I haven't watched the other episodes yet. Okay. So there you go. But right now, I'm in it. So let's see. I think, unless you guys think of something else that we haven't talked about yet, I think that's it. We did a whole solid hour over here.
The new game. Was it Suicide Squad?
Suicide Squad, yeah. Is it a pre-order? Is a pre-order going on right now for it?
Yeah, I already reserved it. I'm gonna check it out. I haven't heard too much crazy stuff. I played the beta and I wasn't completely satisfied, but then again, it was the beta. So maybe that can change. I heard the story's really good though.
It drops tomorrow, doesn't it?
Huh?
Doesn't it drop tomorrow? Does it drop January 30th? The game
drops on the 2nd. It drops this Friday.
Oh, okay.
It's Friday, okay.
But I heard the storyline is really good. I heard the gameplay it's a little but I don't know. I'm gonna play it. See, I'll give you guys my review on it. I don't know. I wasn't when they did the Gotham Knights. I was thoroughly disappointed.
Really?
But Rocksteady did they did the whole Dark Knight trilogy, the Batman Arkham trilogies.
Right.
So I'm hoping that they can do right by this one because this one actually looks really cool and Brainiac gets a hold of the Justice League and they're out here murking the Justice League. It's insane.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's wild.
The trailers look great. It looks exciting, like as a trailer.
It's good. I like they got they got Will Arnett on there. They got all these guys that are actually being portraying the characters that they're playing as. Yeah. So that was cool. The promo was really good. Hopefully the game's good.
What else did I want to talk about before?
March 24th, I believe, is the date for Invincible Season 2. Part 2.
Okay, yeah, that's what I want to talk about. Invincible, the part 1 of Season 2. I don't feel like we didn't even talk about it on the show, did we?
We did.
Okay.
We did. We talked about it a couple times, but kind of just left us nowhere. So we kind of faded off. All right.
Yeah. So definitely check that out, man. That's a really good watch too. That's a really, really good watch. But I think that's it, man. I think that's it. We'll wrap up the show for today, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna try and keep doing this every week like we used to do. Yeah. And so if you are new to the show, by all means, give us a subscribe, a follow on the Speedy's Multiverse YouTube channel. We go live there Mondays, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. If you're listening to this on the audio version of the podcast, thank you so much for helping us reach these really great podcast numbers. If you prefer the podcast, by all means, Geek Culture Congress podcast. Go look it up wherever you listen to your podcast, and you should be able to find it very simply. Mr. Tarek Lewis, let everyone know how they can follow you, sir.
My name is Tarek on Instagram and also on YouTube.
And Mr. Joey Franchise.
Yep, if you can follow me on my personal one at Joey Franchise, and also Franchise on Film on all social platforms.
Yes, sir. And of course, me, you can follow me in DJ Life at DJ Speedy JR, Speedy's Multiverse YouTube channel. Go give a subscribe there as well. Also, Geek Culture Congress podcast is on Instagram. Geek Culture Congress, 3 words put together, right? And thank you so much for listening to us talk about all this nerdy stuff. And next week we'll be back. I don't know what we're gonna talk about, but we'll figure it out. Something will happen. Something will happen. I don't know what to talk about.
We gotta go. We gotta go live when the Deadpool trailer drops on Sunday.
Oh yeah. So there you go. Super Bowl Sunday.
That's 2 weeks from now. So
yeah, 2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah.
Definitely Super Bowl Sunday. We might do a special little quick live, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure you tap in for all that. Thanks so much for hanging out with us here on Geek Culture Congress. Y'all have a great rest of your evening and a great rest of your day if you listen to us on a replay. Have a good one, everybody. Be safe. Peace.
Peace.